Hi boys and girls and new friends. I'm here to read you a book called Marina Royale by Apricot Banks, and it's the first book in the Saltwater Spy School series. Let's take a look. Okay, and here we are, Marina Royale. You can see the book right on your computer, and you might even want to read along with me. It's dedicated to my husband, David Gunnar Wentz, but it's also dedicated to all the kids from Churchill Heights Public School in the library who I am missing this year. So if you're watching, this one's for you, and looking forward to seeing you in the library again soon. So the first chapter is called Soccer Ball Shell. In some ways, Hubertt the hermit crab was like other shellfish on Rainbow Reef. He had 2 claws like a lobster and 2 pairs of walking legs. He had long, whiskery antennae for feeling his way along the sand. His eyes were on tall eye stalks that moved, but his shell made him special. Regular crabs grew their own shells, but Hubertt couldn't. When he grew out of his shell, he searched the ocean for a new one and moved in, carrying the new cover on his back like a turtle. As a tiny tot, Hubertt lived in a snail shell. When he got bigger, he moved into a conch shell. But when he got to grade school, he found the best shell of all. Sitting on the sand in shallow water, he saw a small soccer ball with a hole in it. As soon as Hubertt moved in, he was so happy. It was a little bit too large at first, but he didn't care. Hubertt wanted to live inside his soccer ball shell forever. Summer came and he had another growth spurt. At last, the mini soccer ball shell fit him perfectly. It was just the right camouflage for a spy in training. Sometimes he liked to go to the beach. It was fascinating to watch the humans and record their strange ways in his spy notebook. Other days he stayed in the clear waters of Rainbow Reef. He was tailing a fish through Rainbow Reef for practice when he saw the fish kids sitting in a circle. What were they doing? He hid behind a rock and raised his eye stalks to peer over the top. They were playing cards. Time to practice spycraft. Hubertt moved behind some seaweed. Then he moved from rock to rock, sneaking up on the fish kids. Hubertt smiled, watching his best friend. Sparky the dogfish was small and thin, but he had a dorsal fin like a shark. Sparky took a card in his front fin and put it on the table. When Sparky laughed, Hubertt could see all of his pointy teeth. Staying behind rocks and branches of coral, Hubertt moved in closer to listen. Sparky spoke to Sturgeon, who was next to him. "Your turn, Sturgeon." They called her Surgeon the Sturgeon because she wanted to be a doctor when she grew up. Emma and Aiden, the pufferfish twins, sat next to Sturgeon. They were skinny white fish covered in brown spines, and when they got nervous, they puffed up like balloons, and their spines stuck out all over. Sometimes Hubertt was nervous, but Aiden was scared of everything. He puffed up and panicked over nothing. Hubertt sneaked up behind Emma and Aiden to give them a little scare. 1 step, 2 steps, almost there. Hubertt held his breath and reached out to touch their tails. At the last second, he pulled his claw back. It would be fun to scare them, but it wouldn't be nice. Instead, Hubertt cleared his throat. "Hello?" The twins jumped a little, but they didn't puff up. They turned around to look at him. "Hello, Hubert." "What are you playing?" "Go fish," they said at the same time. The twins did everything together. Hubert smiled until Olga Octopus looked up from her cards and gave him a death stare. "Go away! Stop spying on us." She was a large octopus with green skin covered in polka dots. Olga looked pretty, but Hubert thought she was ugly on the inside. He stood up straight to make himself look taller. "Can I play?" he whispered. Nobody answered. They looked to Olga, who was the oldest. "Can I play?" Hubert repeated, a little louder. "Get lost, you nosy little crab," Olga laughed. "We're playing Go Fish. You're not even a fish." "Why do you have to be so mean?" "You are too small and too slow. You can't even swim," Olga sniffed. "All you ever do is crawl around on the sand, spying on everyone. It's creepy." "That's not fair. I'm a crab. Crawling around the sand is what crabs do." Olga was always putting him down, but what hurt the most was that Sturgeon, the pufferfish, and even Sparky kept their eyes on their cards, as if they hadn't even heard Olga. And that's it. That's the end of Chapter 1. We'll look at Chapter 2 another time. I have another little surprise for you if you're interested, if you're looking for activities to do related to the story. You can get a free activity book on my Apricot Bank's website, and it has some games and it has some jokes, and I hope you enjoy it. So I'll see you soon for Chapter 2, and this is for you. Thanks for coming.